My name is Andrew Lazarchik. I own Wildcat Championship Belts. I make belts for wrestling. I make belts for WWE, TNA, Hulk Hogan. Every year for the last 5 or 6 years, I've done the belt for the Nathan's Famous National Hot Dog Eating Championship. And I do all belts for all different kind of events.
First thing we got to do is draw it out so you can see the basic shape of how it's going to look. So we stamp it out before it gets dyed, and we got to dye it and polish it, and then the plates go on it.
I grew up a wrestling fan. I always wanted to be involved in wrestling somehow. So when it came time to decide for going to college, I was an artist in school, and I wanted to go into the art field. So we decided, well, graphic design is a good way to have a living being an artist. I ended up going to La Roche. My freshman year at La Roche College, as a fundraiser, they have a wrestling event at the school. Like, what are the chances of that? No other college anywhere had a wrestling event as a fundraiser. The school that I chose to go to has a wrestling event. A friend of mine who lived in the next building, his friend was the referee for the wrestling event. And then eventually I meet some other people and start doing the wrestling thing, and that's how I get my in wrestling. But in the meantime, I'm doing graphic design. So, long-term plans is I'm going to be making belts. So I'm doing graphic design, learning how to do graphic design, learning how to get into the wrestling business. Fast forward 5-6 years, I'm in the wrestling business. Now I decide, okay, I'm going to start making belts. Well, I can make belts because I'm a wrestling fan. I do graphic design, which you have to know how to do to be able to design these things. And I have contacts in the wrestling business. So it all worked out. You couldn't have planned it better.
Good artwork on this one. This is another fantasy football belt. I don't know if they actually have tournaments playing Tecmo Bowl, or that's what they call their fantasy tournaments. This is the belt that's the TNA Heavyweight Championship. It's on the cover of the Wrestler magazine with Bobby Roode. It's pretty cool to be able to see a belt that I made right here in my house, ship it off, and all of a sudden it's on the cover of an international wrestling magazine.